Right, Anne has brought me into the heart of the field, as she calls it, which is where all the edible stuff, or hopefully edible stuff, is grown. What have you got growing around us at the moment?
Well, everything really except I've got 2 beds of greens. There's early and late broccoli down there and a type of curly cow.
When did you have to plant the broccoli?
June. And it's just been slowly growing. It's not looking like much now. We've had netting over it to keep the birds and the butterflies off, but fortunately, because it's been such a bad year butterfly with the rain, we haven't had that much problem with butterflies anyway, so we didn't really need to put netting over, because they will decimate the greens. They'll just eat everything on the plant.
And when are you expecting to get some produce from that?
February, March, and then March, April, because we've got early sprouting and late sprouting. And I think it's much nicer than the broccoli you buy in big heads in the shops. It's more flavoured.
So it's a long grow, and then it's a short season of picking it, and then it's almost straight away it's planting it for the next year.
Yeah. As you're picking it, you're sowing the seeds for the next year. What I'll be doing is clearing like this and trying to put in some autumn planting onions and broad beans ready for next year. There are some lettuces you can put out now and keep them under cover. They'll be okay.
Runner beans? You've got runner beans here?
Runner beans, they've finished. They're just behind me. The ones I didn't pick, I'm letting them go to seed. And I'll use some of those seeds for next year. Same with French beans down there. The last of those. It's strange. They're the same family, but I didn't have much luck with my French beans, but the runner beans did fine. And other people had it the other way around. Yeah.
Is it cheaper, do you think, in the long scheme of things, to grow things like this in your garden than buying it in the shops?
It can be for some of the crops. I think it's cheaper, but it's not the reason people garden for, really. It's to get the freshest. It's because they're really fresh.
You know there's no chemicals.
And I don't use pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, anything like that. I rely on nature's way of keeping the plants healthy. I might buy nematodes, which eat all the slugs in the ground, and put those down in the springtime. So anything natural. I'll try and plant flowers that will attract the insects to keep away the insects I don't want.
It can seem a bit off-putting, because a lot of people say, I've got a garden, I want to grow some runner beans or tomatoes, and then either they don't have the time or maybe it's just getting motivated. How long does it take to do something like that? If you thought, I want to grow some tomatoes or some runner beans in my garden?
Well, you don't even have to go to the bother of planting seeds. You can buy nice little plants now from the garden centres. They're all into it. They're even into sending little punnets of the broccoli, which I grow, leeks, all ready for you to plant in your own garden. If you haven't got a garden, there's tubs. And grow bags. I grow a lot of my tomatoes down the side of my house because I've got a south-facing wall, and it gets very warm during the daytime. So towards the end of the season, of course, all that warmth is still in the bricks and helps to keep them warm at night. So you can grow them anywhere, even on a balcony.
So there's no excuse for anyone then?
No. Things like peppers, which are very expensive in the shops. You only need a couple of plants of those, and you've got enough peppers for yourself right through to the next year, because you can dry them and grind them down.
Okay, well, we're going to go and grab a salad now. Thanks, Anne.
Thank you.